cold in here. Alright, so focus, you piece of crap. I broke the lens on my phone, so bear with me. I'm going to share my failures with you. You can see that that's sanded and it was painted. I came in this morning and that looks good. Pretty happy with that. I had to redo the top. It's very difficult to get in there, but it's good. This is nice. And I backed into this and I scratched it right out here. So I tried to dagger brush it with a little bit of clear coat and I wasn't happy with that. I probably could have let it go, but I already had clear in the gun and I didn't need any color. So I just sanded it with 800 real quick and put a really light coat of clear coat on it. And all the paint checked. You can see it right around there where I haven't quite sanded it all out yet. But it all checked because what was underneath was not dry. It's very cold. It's been snowing, and you know, in the area that I live in, it's not real common for it to snow here. It gets cold, but generally it doesn't snow. But it's been snowing. It's been below freezing. The shop is really hard to keep warm, so it didn't kick off all the way. It was dry to the touch, but you know, it just wasn't ready to have another coat put on it. So when I sprayed that coat and that really thin coat of clear dried really fast, the stuff that was underneath was still trying to gas out and push through. So anyway, so in the morning I get to redo this door, very last thing, and it's okay because the owner took, there's strips that run there and there's one that runs right there, and they does it all for the doors, and then the door card basically slides in that way. And he took those strips because they're chrome, they need to be polished, and I don't anticipate on putting the door cards in anyway, because as far as I know, there's still work that needs to be done to the inside of this. So anyway, here's the update though, and like I said, this is all, it's going back together. It's there's quite a mess. The wiring's could use some help, you know, but they didn't pay for that. It's definitely something that should have been done while it was apart. This window regulator here, this window doesn't want to go up, so, you know, and what was funny is the owner of this car actually was complaining about the lash. Now I don't have the, in each of the poles, so they would move a little bit before the window would start to come down. It's a 67. I believe they're all original. I think, you know, when he was here, we checked them all. They all moved about the same amount before it started engaging. So I'm like, you know, you can live with that, or you can pay the money, you buy new ones, and we pay us to put them in, and then it does it again. Or that's just the way they are, you know what I mean? And then you'd be upset and you paid the money for no reason. So I don't know. But now, of course, this doesn't want to go up. So, I'll be figuring that out. I think I might be able to just lube it a little bit, all the tracks and everything that are inside here, because it doesn't look like it's in bad shape. It's probably just out of position. Might as well, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that looks all right. Down there, and on the other side we got those. Yeah. And that door over there, that looks nice. And that was the one with the big dent in it. Because, yeah, that's something I should actually point out to you guys. I don't know how well you can see it. Years and years of people throwing their shoulder into the door as they open it has put a dent in here. And so if you look at the gap back here, you know, finger and a half, don't tell my wife, you know, it's about the same up here. The tape's on it, so you can't see it. You know what? Let's go around the other door. Now there, you can really see it in this one. You can see how it bows in right here. This one had been hit hard, it had a big crease right here that I kind of had to knock down and skim over, and if you stick your fingers up through the back, there's a bunch of booger welds. So this metal's been shrunk in too. It's just a mess. It could be fixed. Ideally, what I would do is cut off the top and just replace the whole top. Because otherwise, you know, you're gonna go crazy trying to pull this out of here. It just, you know, you can see here, it gets really narrow next to the glass and then bows back out again. I put my finger in there, put my finger in there. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update and make you go crazy because my phone won't focus. Oh, these switches. This this car, man. These the owner, or you know, people along the way, they had that big clock that was over there. I'll get the clock. I'll show you that real quick too. But apparently these are like airplane switches, and you have to toggle these on before you can start the car. But at the same time, I also noticed that the ignition switch will go over with a screwdriver. In fact, you could just grab it with your hands and twist it real hard, because those ignition switches are not easy to get back in. Let me tell you about that. So anyway, there it is right here. Okay, this clock. This is an awesome clock. Just a clock. Somebody put in the dash. Cut a big ass hole for it. Oh, can't believe that. Just can't believe it. I guess at the time it was pretty fancy. Made in Hong Kong. All right. Anyway, back to work for me. Just won't focus. It's because I broke the lens. But there we go. All better. Just a couple quick coats of clear. I'm working on this, getting those lights plugged in the back of the dash or in the cluster. That's a nightmare. But everything's in there, save for the Super Sport. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get some speed nuts for that. But that's about it. I'm going to do a couple other things, and then I'm going to go work on a different project. But I just wanted to let you guys see it all done and all put together. So there she be. Let's see if we can't get it up. There we go. All right. So anyway, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Have a good one.